Don't be doing all that. And I don't know if it's because he's a man, but he don't be doing all extra fine out stuff with him.
We're gonna get through this. She my best friend.
Joke and I'm facetious and I point the finger at Floyd. Well, I don't know if it's his fault. Maybe a little bit, but something tells me Floyd doesn't control where the money goes. Or maybe he does. I don't know.
Floyd Mayweather's daughter has intensified the turmoil surrounding her father's business empire with a blunt courtroom statement that left Floyd in tears and feeling betrayed. Following the recent gym strike, she remarked she wouldn't be surprised if her father's finances were falling apart. If he owes people money, he should pay. That's just what it is, she said. She described him as a tough, relentless man who would do anything to succeed, never letting rules or emotions get in his way. He'll go all the way to win. That's how he's always moved, she added.
Why not? I mean, everything you got on costs money. Everything you do costs money. You can't take your wife on a date for free.
Her statement comes as a former employee at Floyd Mayweather's gym has revealed disturbing details about the toxic environment behind the scenes. According to this employee and others who have come forward, working under the Mayweather brand felt less like a job and more like being forced to worship someone who refused to acknowledge them. They claimed they were expected to treat Mayweather like a god, untouchable, unapproachable. There was no peaceful work atmosphere, no reliable pay, and staff were reportedly forbidden from speaking directly to Mayweather about their concerns.
2023, and on my first day of employment, the team was not employed. And from that day, I've always been worried, but I just thought that I could help turn this around, and I was fed with lies from the beginning. Unfortunately, this has led me here a year and a half later doing this, and it was out of fear that
Mental health, they say, has crumbled under stress, silence, and fear. The protests outside Mayweather Boxing and Fitness in Los Angeles have exposed deeper cracks in the empire. Employees claim they haven't been paid in weeks, with some alleging the gym is nearing shutdown due to unpaid rent. Demonstrators held signs reading "Modern-day slavery" and "The money team has no money." Legal trouble is also looming, as workers accuse the gym of violating the California Labor Code, which includes fines for delayed pay and wage penalties for each day payment is withheld beyond 30 days. Several employees are reportedly preparing legal action.
the money team has no money.
All right, money team has no money.
The money team
To make matters worse, this isn't the first sign of collapse. A separate Mayweather gym in Elk Grove already shut down after the landlord sued for over $30,000 in unpaid rent. Despite these growing financial cracks, Mayweather continues to flaunt luxury, including a controversial multi-million-dollar real estate purchase over Christmas that's now under scrutiny. But the shine is fading. Between lawsuits, strikes, and now his own daughter questioning his actions, the once bulletproof image of Money Mayweather is beginning to split wide open. These patterns suggest a growing possibility. Floyd Mayweather, despite the image he projects, may actually be struggling financially.
Even like when my children, all four of my children are adults. And I told them, no more handouts. Because I feel like I'm hurting my children just by, I give them money, they go shopping, they put gas in their car, they party, they come back, I need money, I give them money, I buy.
This is not a new concern. Even Floyd Mayweather's own father, Floyd Mayweather Sr., has voiced worry over his son's spending habits. As someone who played a key role in Floyd's career and remains close to him, his warnings carry weight. He has publicly stated that Floyd's unchecked spending could lead to downfall, explaining that managing such vast wealth is incredibly difficult. When you have this much money, sometimes you can't control it, he said. Another 100 million, 200 million on top of what you already have looks big, but you can go through any amount in 2 years, spending on possessions, trips, cars, and women.
Money made all day. You know, right here, a light million. Over there, counting up another million over there. Walk with me, ladies and gentlemen. Let me take you into my life. So Andrew Jackson, of course, is only 20. Benjamin Franklin right here. You know, money made all day. We in the bank, doing what we do best.
This concern fuels the growing belief that Mayweather's recent string of exhibition matches is less about legacy and more about staying financially afloat. He's taken part in several of these bouts, including his controversial fight against YouTuber Logan Paul, and another is reportedly in the works against former Manchester United star Rio Ferdinand in Dubai. These matches raise a key question. Why would a boxer of Mayweather's stature keep fighting lesser-known or unqualified opponents? The answer, many believe, is money.
Help you. Yeah, I'm with Floyd, getting a check. I get a check from Floyd, but I want to push you. Have your own business while you traveling the world with me, and we laughing, we kicking, and we joking. You got a company where you're making money also. So if something go wrong and you're not with me no more, you don't have nothing bad to say about me.
Jake Paul has repeatedly claimed that Floyd Mayweather is broke. In an interview with Rob Moore, Jake alleged that Mayweather likely spends all his money on women and superficial luxuries, saying, "Floyd Mayweather is broke. I've been saying it all along. I think he probably spent it on the girls he pays to be around him." Logan Paul has also voiced similar concerns, stating that Mayweather still owes him around $5 million from their exhibition match. Logan claims the unpaid amount has limited major purchases, including a private jet. Mayweather, however, insists everything has been settled, though Logan is reportedly considering legal action.
Did Logan ever get paid with the situation with Floyd Mayweather?
Nah, not yet. Floyd Mayweather's broke. You know, that's what a lot of people don't realize. He gets these big checks and doesn't pay the taxes on it. And then the IRS comes hunting him down later. He owes a lot of people I know money. And Logan's deep down on that list.
There are further signs of financial instability through a series of lawsuits filed against Mayweather over unpaid luxury goods. Recently, the Jewelers and Corporation sued him for $1.44 million for failing to fully pay for a $3 million diamond necklace in 2023. A Miami jeweler, Leonard Slemanov, owner of Lenzo & Co., also filed a lawsuit claiming Mayweather owed nearly $3.9 million for luxury watches and jewelry. Slemonov's lawsuit includes accusations of fraud and civil theft.
Just another ordinary day, chilling in an EWB Rolls Royce. For those that don't know what an EWB is, that's an extended wheelbase Rolls Royce. I need the leg. I know I ain't that tall, about 5'8.5". Some days 5'9", but it is what it is. Chilling, sitting right here watching the Thriller in Manila.
Mayweather's tax issues also paint a troubling picture. In 2010, the IRS filed a tax lien against him for $7.2 million. Then, in 2017, he petitioned the U.S. tax court for a delay in paying a $22.2 million tax debt from 2015, claiming he didn't have enough cash on hand to pay until after his fight with Conor McGregor. This request was surprising, especially considering Mayweather had just posted images of new luxury cars, jets, and expensive watches on social media.
For income through deductions, and none is better than purchasing a sports team. Buying a sports team is like buying a unicorn real estate property. The value is always going to go up, the owner is going to make money, but on their tax return, they're going to use a strategy to report that they're losing money. See, the owner is actually allowed to write off the entire cost of the sports team against future income. This will allow Floyd to pay less in taxes. It's called amortization, which is very similar to depreciation. But if Floyd ever decides to sell the team, then the taxes...
In 2024, the situation worsened when a U.S. court ordered Floyd Mayweather to pay $2.4 million to Nigerian company Zinni Media for breaching a contract. Reports claim Zinni Media had signed Mayweather to appear at several events, but he never showed up. The court granted enforcement of the judgment, which could include seizing Mayweather's luxury vehicles. These revelations highlight a pattern of extravagant spending, unpaid dues, and lawsuits, but they also raise serious concerns about the people around Mayweather affected by his financial decisions. His employees, for example, seem to be at the bottom of the priority list. Despite building his brand as a symbol of wealth and success, those who manage the day-to-day operations of his business claim they are being ignored, underpaid, and silenced.
I had to deal with unsurety. I had to deal with conflict with my now wife because of me not figuring out where I'm going to do, where am I going to get money from to pay my bills? Like, this is insanity, man. Like, we've had, like, members come here and try to offer us, like, you know, we can help you out here, and we can give you money, or people gave us Chick-fil-A cards that we could try to eat food, like, this.
Some fans have also started to criticize Mayweather's lifestyle, particularly on social media where he frequently showcases cars, watches, and women. One fan remarked, "This is all he has, terrible way to waste your money, no wonder he went bankrupt." Another fan said, "Man, if he ever goes broke, videos like this are going to make him look bad." Someone else commented, "Money can't buy class. He's literally ruined every piece with diamonds." SMH. Then there are Mayweather's own statements that sometimes seem to confirm the persona critics worry about. In 2019, he said, "I never do anything for free. I don't even do sex for free either. She pays or I pay." He later clarified that he sees himself as a sponsor rather than a hustler, stating, "I put the money behind you to elevate you to the next level if you're willing to go to the next level." These comments only strengthen the public suspicion that Mayweather's entire empire may be built more on illusion and bravado than on sound, long-term financial sense.
Floyd Money Mayweather, the king of bling. I mean, he's got millions of dollars worth of diamond jewelry on, but in my opinion, it's a bit much. What do you guys think?
There's also the claim that Mayweather owed Manny Pacquiao a portion of earnings following their massive 2015 fight, though the full legal details remain unclear. Regardless, this adds to the list of examples suggesting financial disorganization or mismanagement. Ultimately, the ongoing wave of employee protests, lawsuits, unpaid dues, and warnings from those closest to him points to a reality that stands in stark contrast to the opulence Mayweather projects. It's a world where gym staff can't speak to their boss, wages go unpaid for weeks, and real estate acquisitions are somehow prioritized over keeping businesses afloat. What we're witnessing isn't just the downfall of a boxing empire, but perhaps the beginning of a larger collapse. One hidden behind luxury cars, filtered Instagram photos, and glittering jewelry that may not even be paid for.
AP, all factory, 1.8 million right here. The $20 bills section. We like to call this the Andrew Jackson section, but I like to call it wallpaper. 200,000 in 20s. I heard in the store you can get the biggest Chanel bag in the store if you want it. Well, it's the big.
This isn't the first time Mayweather's gyms have been affected by financial issues, and it likely won't be the last. The Money Team boxing gym in Elk Grove was previously forced to shut down after the landlord took legal action over $30,000 in unpaid rent. Now, the Los Angeles location is facing the same fate, with workers openly questioning whether Mayweather himself even knows about the problems or, worse, whether he knows and simply doesn't care. This only adds to the growing concerns that the empire Mayweather built on the back of an undefeated career is crumbling under the weight of mismanagement and misplaced priorities.
Options, options, options. I got about 100 cars. But right here, we like to call this the Sweet 16. Lambo, Ferrari.
While the Los Angeles employees protest lack of pay and fear the gym's impending shutdown, Mayweather appears to be operating in a completely different world. During the Christmas period, he spent $20 million to acquire a major piece of Manhattan real estate. The property, located on 6th Avenue near 47th Street, spans almost a quarter block and houses offices and jewelry shops. Its prime location, close to Broadway, Rockefeller Center, and Radio City Music Hall, would be considered a power move by most. However, for someone facing multiple unpaid wage claims, IRS debts, and repeated lawsuits over contractual violations, it seems more like reckless spending.
For 30 days, I take 30 watches with me. But you know what? What's crazy is this. If we add 10 more days, I take 10 more watches. But then I say, fuck it.
Mayweather told TMZ that he has sentimental ties to the area, having shopped there in his younger days. "I used to shop in the Diamond Exchange as a young adult," he said. "I never thought I would end up owning this important property at the entrance of 47th Street. Yet, the emotional angle doesn't erase the obvious contradiction. Acquiring a luxury property while his employees go unpaid and his gym network slowly collapses highlights where his attention really lies. boxing news outlets and insiders have started speaking out about the growing disparity between Mayweather's projected wealth and his behind-the-scenes behavior.
I often say, you're just a guy with a job. I have a job, though. So who would you fight next?
And guess what? Your job don't pay like my job.
Well, it depends.
Your job don't pay like my job.
That brings me to another point. Why are you coming back?
I can make $200 million in 18 months because I want to. Because I want to come back and steal some more money. Is that okay with you?
It's fine.
Okay,
I enjoy watching your fights.
Okay.
Who might be next?
It doesn't matter.
Chris A. from Boxing News posted on X, pointing out that while Mayweather once earned $300 million in a single night fighting Manny Pacquiao, the image of unstoppable wealth is now being peeled back to reveal a troubling financial reality. According to the Post, that reality includes IRS debts, unpaid staff, and even allegations of real estate fraud.
Hit and don't get hit, which is the art of boxing. I think sometimes when these guys carry on and they do the exhibitions and all that kind of stuff, it just sort of diminishes the legacy a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
And that's what I feel like's happened with Mayweather.
Why do you think he does those things, though? Do you think
for money? I don't think he's got the money he says. That's what I think.
You think he still needs the money?
I don't think he needs the money. But you know when you got that lifestyle, right? So
Mayweather's boxing resume remains untouchable, with 50 wins, 0 losses, and 15 world titles across 5 weight divisions. He is still considered one of the sport's all-time greats, but that legacy is being overshadowed by the way he's handling, or mishandling, his post-career wealth. His spending, once seen as motivational by fans and followers, is now being compared to the financial collapse of other athletes who lost everything due to poor judgment and unchecked indulgence. Despite all of this, Mayweather continues to display the same flamboyant style.
Because it's an exhibition. So that's what's interesting is Floyd's making more money than anybody, and he's boxing people who have no chance of beating him, and he's doing it as an exhibition. It doesn't even hurt his record.
Because of the drug of boxing.
Also money.
Just like but I don't even think he don't need any money.
He's spending so much money.
Yeah, but he don't need any.
Floyd, are you sure?
Yeah, Floyd good.
I bet if he's planning for the future, you got to keep it.
On the same day financial concerns about his gym were surfacing, Mayweather posted a photo of himself signing a WBC belt on X for someone rumored to be on the edge of bankruptcy. This kind of behavior feels out of touch, especially as he's also trying to lure investors into a new cryptocurrency venture. According to fan reactions, Mayweather has gone as far as offering his WBC belt as a gift to those who commit larger investments into the crypto initiative. To many, this reeks of desperation.
Mayweather has closed down a mall. He has rented out the entire mall, and he spent $15 million. The proof that this happened is Floyd in a mall and Floyd with a bag of cash that probably had about 100 grand in it. He says, man, I'm a VIP, I'm a VP. I'm a VIP. Do you want to know why he was whispering, guys? He was whispering so that he didn't disrupt the employees and fellow shoppers at the mall. It's okay. This is a gimmick. Floyd did.
The crypto push isn't the only questionable move Mayweather has made lately. His long-standing reputation for extravagant tipping and over-the-top shopping sprees has also recently backfired. While in London, Mayweather visited the famous Selfridges department store and reportedly spent around $200,000 during a single shopping trip. During that visit, he handed out cash tips to staff, including $3,000 to personal shoppers and $2,000 to members of the security team. However, the tip to the security guards was blocked by Selfridges management, who claimed it had to be donated to charity instead.
So the money's really gone?
Yeah, that's what you think. It's get the money, spend the money.
All that money.
It took been 2 years.
So is it just his overhead is so high on a day-to-day, month-to-month? Like
I don't even want to talk about it. Like within lifestyle, that money is gone. Trust me. Now it's like you call him, he'll be at your local hosting in a nightclub because you need that action right now.
Do you think he should step back in?
The guards, who are not directly employed by Selfridges but work for a contracted security company, were reportedly furious. According to one insider, they felt robbed. These aren't highly paid employees, and such a tip could have made a significant difference in their lives. When they asked for proof that the donation had actually gone to charity, Selfridges refused to provide receipts. The guards even offered to select a charity themselves, but that too was denied. One of the guards allegedly considered organizing a protest but backed down, fearing it would cost him his job.
You're 50 years old. You're a legend in the sport. I've stood up for you in countless interviews, including Shannon Sharp's podcast last week. But you have to stop embarrassing yourself with these exhibitions. I know life is hard. I know life is expensive. But come on, dude, put your legacy first. Nobody wants to remember you like this. And it gets worse. Your jeweler filed a lawsuit against you in Miami. And many are saying you're gonna have to sell off your assets. I hate...
Meanwhile, the personal shoppers were allowed to keep their tips, leading to accusations of double standards and favoritism. Security staff working under contracts felt powerless to speak up, knowing they had little protection if they did. One source told the media that when Mayweather walks into the store, he is treated like royalty and allowed to roam the shop floor freely, picking what he wants while enjoying a 10% discount. Contracted security guards are not even eligible for those discounts. That, in itself, highlights the layers of privilege and inequality built into how Mayweather's wealth is displayed and managed. Well, what do you think? Share your thoughts below and subscribe for more.